them. No survey. No them. No survey. No them. No survey.
दर्शकों स्वागत है आप सभी को अपर सियांग न्यूज़ 24/7 में। दर्शकों आज जो है पांगकांग स्टूडेंट्स यूनियन की तरफ से जो है पांगकांग यानी कि जोरकोंग विलेज में जो है एक अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम रखा गया था। उसको लेकर जो है अभी यहाँ पे जो स्टूडेंट्स है पांगकांग स्टूडेंट यूनियन का जो एग्जीक्यूटिव मेंबर्स है यहाँ पे मौजूद है एंड हमारे नज़दीक पे यहाँ के जो प्रेसिडेंट है स्टूडेंट यूनियन का वो मौजूद है। तो सर सबसे पहले आप अपना नाम बताइए।
मेरा नाम Er.Katon है और हम पांगकांग स्टूडेंट यूनियन का प्रेसिडेंट है और ये जितना है ये मेरा एग्जीक्यूटिव मेंबर्स है
जी। आज जो है आप लोग का जो पांगकांग विलेज में जो है जोरकोंग में कौन सा यहाँ पे लोग आए जो आप लोग अवेयरनेस में अटेंड करने के लिए?
तो फर्स्टली तो ये अपना जो हम लोग का पांगकांग बस्ती है वो मतलब उसका दो बस्ती है, पांगकांग जोरकोंग और पांगकांग गुंपू। तो दोनों को मिला के हम लोग स्टूडेंट एक बॉडी बन के मतलब एक ही बॉडी है स्टूडेंट जो। तो दोनों बस्ती का जो सीनियर मेंबर्स है जो सीनियर मेंबर्स और जितना भी गांव बूढ़ा वो सबको हम लोग वापस मतलब जो कुमकू का है उसको भी इधर जोरकोंग में बुला के फिर वो लोग का साथ भी प्रोग्राम किया और बाहर का जो आदिसू को भी बुलाया और आदिसू फिर जो SIF है उसका जो प्रेसिडेंट और एग्जीक्यूटिव मेंबर्स। तो और फिर ये हम लोग का Er.Katon मोयोंग इसको ऐसे रिसोर्स पर्सन बुलाया
जी। कितना टोटल लोग आया होगा आज का यहाँ पे अवेयरनेस कैंप पे?
तो जो अगर बस्ती का को भी बोल के
जी
तो बोलने से एस्टिमेटेड 200 या 200।
और कुछ आप बोलना चाहोगे आपका यूनियन की तरफ से?
और ये प्रोग्राम का बारे है, ये प्रोग्राम का आज हम लोग का ये एजेंडा क्या था। तो हम लोग का फर्स्ट मोटिव तो ये प्रोग्राम हम लोग क्यों कर रहा था, ये जैसे लिखा है अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम ऑन SUMP सियांग अपर मल्टीपर्पज़ प्रोजेक्ट। तो इसका ऊपर हम लोग जो हम लोग आज का मेन मोटिव है वो है कि जो हम लोग का बस्ती का जो बूढ़ा बूढ़ी लोग है और जो बस्ती का मतलब जो नहीं जानता ये डैम का बारे तो उसको एजुकेट करना है हम लोग को फर्स्टली। वो है हम लोग का फर्स्ट और मेन मोटिव, उनको एजुकेट करना है। और फिर हम लोग जितना मतलब स्टूडेंट का तरफ से हम लोग तो ये उसका अगेंस्ट है, डैम का अगेंस्ट है। तो हम लोग अपना स्टैंड दिखा रहे हैं मतलब बाहर वाला बस्ती लोग को भी और जितना भी या तो फिर कंसर्न अथॉरिटीज़ जो हम लोग को देखेगा वो लोग को भी बता रहे कि पांगकांग स्टूडेंट जो यूथ है जो फ्यूचर जनरेशन है वो ये डैम का अगेंस्ट है। तो वो है हम लोग का सेकेंड मोटिव
जी।
तो हाँ मोटिव तो वही है आज का जो प्रोग्राम का।
थैंक यू। आइए मुपाक। हाँ
जैसे यहाँ पांगकांग स्टूडेंट यूनियन ने आपको रिसोर्स पर्सन ऐसा रिसोर्स पर्सन बुलाया और खासकर जैसे आपने यहाँ डेमो भी दिखाया तो आपके हिसाब से ऐसे कौन से जो ये होगा यहाँ के जो लॉसेस अगर कौन से लॉसेस होंगे यहाँ पर अगर ये सियांग डैम जो फेवर जो प्रपोज कर रहे हैं अगर वो होकर यहाँ पे सियांग डैम बनते हैं तो यहाँ के पब्लिक लोगों को ऐसे कौन से लॉसेस झेलनी पड़ेगी आपके हिसाब से?
ओके फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आप लोगों ने तो मेरा इंट्रोडक्शन पहले ही मालूम हो गया है होगा, पर भी जो लोगों को पता नहीं है मेरा नाम कातन मोयोंग है। उसके बाद मैं इंग्लिश में कंफर्टेबल हूँ सो मैं इंग्लिश में बोलूँगा। सो एज आवर मीडिया पर्सन हैज़ आस्क्ड what are the losses to our indigenous tribe as well as our mountains and the rivers and our native place. So regarding that, before answering that, I would like to say for the past 12 days I have been going around the Siang Valley on the left and the right banks, starting from the Pangkang village till Komkar village, and then after that from Parang village I will be going till Ramsing. Okay, continuing again. So my point of this going around all the villages and giving my knowledge, I did my civil engineering in the discipline of environmental engineer. So the environmental engineer discipline comprises of hydrology, geohydrology, as well as the socio-economic and agro impacts on the native people who are living on the mountains and the rivers where the proposed mega dams or mega projects are built. So especially for SUMP or Siang Multipurpose Dam, this is a catastrophic disaster. This will be a catastrophic disaster if it happens, if it builds in our place. Why? Because if you see the elevation from the moment the Siang enters our valley, from Geling, it's 550 meters above sea level, and Oyan, that is 140 meters above sea level. So in between, all along 300 kilometers of Siang river flows, and if you build this dam in Bagung Parong area, that is exactly 150 kilometers. So that means half of the length of our tribal inhabited place will be gone underwater. And all our economic, agroeconomy, horti-economy, as well as our forestry, foraging from the forest, and then our all building materials, timbers and bamboos, everything is right beside the Siang River. And if you dam the Siang River, everything goes underwater. So according to the information, the height of the dam would be 500 meters. That is Parong Beging, the Siang River flows at the altitude of 250 meters. So if you build a 500 meters dam, so it is already 750 meters from the sea level. And then Geling is already 550 meters. So that means everything under Bagung Parong to Geling would be underwater. So approximately 300 to 200 meters, everything will be submerged. So basically our livelihood is gone. Loss of culture, loss of identity, that is number one. There will be no Abor Adi people, number one. Number two, we won't have any of our economic sources. For example, our orange orchards. For example, our rice fields, paddy fields, as well as our ancestral homes. We have migrated along this valley from the so-called Tibet, China till the present places where we are still living. So all our sources of income, all our sources of livelihood would be gone, as well as that is the part of human effect, and then environmental effect. If you see, the Himalaya is a young fall mountain, as you know. It is very new, not even 24 million years old. So that means the hills are still very loose. It's not matured yet. So if you make a huge reservoir that will be 150 kilometers, it will affect the whole ecosystem, the whole biodiversity here. And then the fourth point I would like to say is not only the humans and the nature would be affected, all the living beings along this valley, that is, still there are so many species that hasn't been discovered by the science. So there are loss of wildlife biodiversity, and then loss of many of our unknown species that is still there in this our Abor hills. So in accounts of loss, it would be a catastrophic damage. We will be refugee. The forest life would be gone, and then there will be no civilization as of here, and this valley will become a barren land, and this lake would make Lake Baikal equal. Lake Baikal is in Russia, it will be equal. So I would request to the concerned authorities, don't dig the grave. This grave has been already covered by the previous government. Nawam Tuki government already covered this. Why are you digging up the grave again and bringing the issue back? During our elders' time, it has already been closed. This case was closed, but this government has brought it back again. So don't wake up the sleeping giant. We Abor people are, for 200 years, we have resisted the foreign colonists, even the Britishers. During that time, they were covering the 75% of the globe. We fought against them for our lands, our forefathers. So today, Pangkang Union, Student Union, Adi Student Union, and all the student union that is residing in this Himalayan region of Abor Hills, we say to you, don't wake up the giant. We are not sleeping. We are watching over you. So please don't dig the grave. It is a closed case, so keep it closed. We request to you, and that would be our final voice from our students community side. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
और सर पांगकांग स्टूडेंट यूनियन ने आज आपको यहाँ पे इनवाइट किया, इसी तरह कल को अगर इफेक्टेड फैमिली में से या फिर यहाँ के जो इंडिजिनस फार्मर्स फोरम है उनके द्वारा कहीं बस्ती में आपको बुलाया जाए उन लोगों को समझाने के लिए, अवेयर करने के लिए, तो आप वहाँ पर जाना चाहोगे जो SIFM या फिर जो स्टूडेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को सपोर्ट करने सर?
Yes, thank you so much for the question. So again, I will go back to the answer. So for the past 12 days I've been going. The first village that I went was Param Kumku, that is in Geku, and after that Geku and Komkar, after that Bagung, Ryu, and then I came to the right bank of the Siang River, starting from Riga village. So Riga, and then Parong, Sitang, and all the villages along. So still I have 20 more days to go. I will be going till Tuting. It is all my effort for the love of my people in this valley. So I want to give whatever I studied during my college days and during my research times, going to abroad. Like Hong Kong University is one of the best universities that you can get information from firsthand. So I went there and I studied, and then so I will give my knowledge to my village elders till my last breath. If they need it, if they call me anywhere, anytime, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I'm ready to be there. Anytime anyone from the Abor Valley or Arunachal Pradesh calls me, I'll be there. As an environmentalist, that's my duty to protect our hills and mountains and rivers. Thank you.
जी सर, मेरा अभी सरकार कहता है कि जो चाइना में डैम बना रहे बोल के, लेकिन जो पहले आपको जो डॉक्यूमेंटेड स्क्रीनिंग में आप दिखाया था कि जो है चाइना में एक्चुअली डैम नहीं बन रहा है, वहाँ पे जो है टनल का कारण जो है टनल के माध्यम से जो है पावर जनरेट करना चाहता है बोल के, तो इसका सोर्स आपको कहाँ से मिला है?
Okay, going back again. So, thank you for the question. As I told you just before, I went to Hong Kong University, as well as I went to the National Archives of India in New Delhi, as well as the scientific libraries in the internet, as well as all the sources available in this internet age. So from that source, I could gather that the dam in the Medoc County of the Chinese Tibet would be a run-of-river project. It won't be damming this the Siang River, because in the Great Bend, already the depth of the Great Bend Canyon is, the gorge is 5.3 kilometers average. So that means if you block that river, you need a height of a dam, average height would be 2,000 meters. So you cannot hold the water, because the weight of the water would be too much if you build 2 kilometers dam or 1 kilometer dam. It won't be feasible, it won't be cost effective, it will be costing the Chinese government too much. So even if they build cascading dams from 2,900 meter Tibetan level till the Medoc country in Geling, step by step dams, that would also cost too much for the Chinese government. So best option for them, the scientists in the upper region, they have found out is run-of-river project. That is shortcut. The average elevation of the Tibet level of Siang flows is 2,900 meters to 3,500 meters. So from there, it enters Arunachal Pradesh at 550 meters average. So you have an elevation advantage of already 1,500 meters. So that's an advantage, geographical advantage, that the Chinese government is using to generate power. Because already if you have a 1.5 kilometer average elevation advantage and you have 40 kilometer tunnel going under the Namcha Borwa mountain range, and then inside you will have 9 power tunnels, each power tunnel comprising of like maybe 15 gigawatts, that is 15,000 megawatts. So it can generate enough power without destroying the biodiversity, without destroying the culture, without destroying the people that is living along the Great Bend Gorge, right now the Medoc County in China. As well as they know that there is tribal people living downstream in Arunachal Pradesh, like Abors, Missings. So they care about people. They don't want to destroy the livelihood of the downstream. So they have this sustainable method of making power generation using the latest and technological marvel they are creating. That is the run-of-river project in mega level. But that won't be affecting any environmental or human or biological, or the ecosystem won't be damaged using that project. So that project indeed is a marvel, and I suggest Indian government should take a suggestion, take an example from that project, and if possible, we have a lot of bends here. For example, in Bagin Paron, there's a great bend. Even in Miging Janbo, there's a great bend. So if you can use the bends of the Siang River, creating run-of-river project, we accept it. But if you try to make a wall, make a concrete gravity wall like buttress dam or the concrete gravity dam, so that would have catastrophic effect on us. So I would suggest look into the projects that is happening, that is sustainable, that is people friendly, that is forest friendly, that is fish friendly, the aquatic life friendly. So I would suggest the government and all the scientists available in the Indian subcontinent to use that method, so that it doesn't affect our life, our culture. We, the Abor, we don't want to be a climate refugee or the dam refugee. So it's a request from our side. Don't wake up the sleeping giant. Thank you.
Thank you. Alak kinami kai.